When we hear the name Freud, most people immediately think of Sigmund Freud, the founder of psychoanalysis. But today I want to focus on someone who helped shape psychoanalysis in her own right, Anna Freud. Anna Freud was born in Vienna, Austria on December 3, 1895, as the youngest of 6 children in the Freud household. Growing up in a spacious apartment near the city center, she was surrounded by family, her parents, siblings, and her aunt, Mina Bernays. Despite this seemingly lively household, Anna's childhood was far from ideal. Her relationship with her mother, Martha, was strained, as Martha was known to be strict and intimidating. Additionally, Anna often found herself at odds with her sister, Sophia, who was regarded as their mother's favorite. This sibling rivalry created tensions in the household, making Anna feel isolated. Even in this environment, Anna's imagination thrived. She loved immersing herself in books and creating elaborate stories, crafting imaginary worlds inspired by her favorite tales. This creativity and curiosity would later shape her approach to psychoanalysis and child psychology. Anna's admiration for her father, Sigmund Freud, was clear from an early age. By the time she was 14, Anna had already developed a keen interest in psychoanalysis. Sigmund Freud himself took notice of her lively personality, once writing to a friend in 1899, "Anna has become downright beautiful through naughtiness." Anna Freud pursued her own course. She attended the Cottage Lyceum, a secondary school for girls, where she completed her education in 1912. Shortly after, she decided to travel to England to improve her English dialect. However, with the onset of World War I, Anna was forced to return to Vienna, as she was classified as an enemy alien. This was an early turning point, foreshadowing the resilience that defined her career. As Anna Freud entered adulthood, her passion for education and psychology became evident. In 1914, she began a teaching apprenticeship at the Cottage Lyceum, where she worked as an assistant teacher. She was deeply committed to her students and frequently praised for her skills in working with them. However, her teaching career was unexpectedly cut short when she contracted tuberculosis in 1918, forcing her to leave her position to focus on recovery. While recovering, Anna turned her attention to the field of psychoanalysis, inspired by her father's work. She began contemplating how psychoanalytic theories could apply to children, a population she had grown to love working with. Interestingly, despite her later groundbreaking contributions, Anna never pursued formal education beyond secondary school. Instead, she learned through close discussions with her father, his colleagues, and independent study. In 1923, Anna's life took another major turn when Sigmund Freud was diagnosed with cancer. She took charge of his care, standing by through his treatments and remaining deeply involved in his work. But her most defining period came in 1938, when Austria became increasingly dangerous under Nazi control. Fearing for their safety, Anna and her family fled to London, settling in Hampstead, where she continued her work. Outside of her work, Anna had a deep appreciation for nature and would often retreat to the countryside for long walks and quiet reflection. She was an avid reader, indulging in literature that complemented her academic pursuits. Anna Freud dedicated her life to the study and advancement of psychoanalysis and child psychology. When she passed away on October 9, 1982, the psychoanalytic community deeply mourned her loss, recognizing the immense impact of her work. Her funeral was held at the Golden Greens Crematorium in London, where she was cremated. In accordance with her final wish, her ashes were placed in Freud's Corner, the section of the crematorium where the urns of Sigmund Freud and other members of the Freud family are kept, including her siblings, nieces, and nephews. Her passing marked the end of an era in psychoanalysis, but her contributions continue to shape the field today. Her pioneering work in child psychology, defense mechanisms, and psychoanalytic theory lives on in research, therapy, and education. Through her dedication, Anna Freud ensured that psychoanalysis remained relevant for future generations, leaving behind a legacy that will always be remembered. When people hear the name Freud, they often think of Sigmund Freud and his theories on psychoanalysis. But Anna Freud took these ideas and applied them in a revolutionary way, focusing not on adults, but on children. She believed child psychoanalysis should follow the basic principles of psychoanalysis, but needed a distinct approach. She argued that young children should not be analyzed until they reach 6 years old, emphasizing the importance of their environment in shaping early development. Anna officially entered the psychoanalytic community in 1922 when she presented her first paper, Beating Fantasies and Daydreams, to the Vienna Psychoanalytic Society. This paper explored how children's fantasies and daydreams, especially those involving aggression and conflict, help them process emotions and experiences. She argued that play and creativity were essential for children, rather than traditional therapy techniques used for adults. This groundbreaking perspective demonstrated her ability to expand psychoanalytic theory despite having no formal university education. In 1923, when Sigmund Freud was diagnosed with cancer, Anna took on the role of his primary caregiver. During this time, she became even more deeply involved in psychoanalysis and stepped into a leadership at the newly formed Vienna Psychoanalytic Institute. Under her guidance, the institute flourished, training new psychoanalysts and further research in the field. One of Anna Freud's most influential works came in 1936 with The Ego and the Mechanisms of Defense. In this book, she cataloged and systemized different defense mechanisms, concepts originally introduced by her father. These defense mechanisms, including repression, denial, projection, displacement, regression, rationalization, and reaction formation, remain fundamental in psychoanalytic training programs today. During World War II, Anna Freud's contributions extended beyond theory and into direct care for children affected by the war. In 1941, she co-founded the Hampstead War Nurseries in London with her longtime friend, Dorothy Burlingham. This nursery provided psychoanalytic support for children who had been displaced, helping them develop healthy attachment styles despite the trauma of war. The observations from this project were published in Young Children in Wartime and Infants Without Families, emphasizing the resilience of children in adverse circumstances. Following the war, Anna and Dorothy transformed the nursery into the Hampstead Child Therapy Course and Clinic, a leading institution for child psychoanalysis. Anna was also a very talented writer, publishing influential books like Psychoanalytic Study of the Child and Normality and Pathology in Childhood. These works explored child development, emphasizing how early years shape personality and mental health. Her contributions earned her great recognition, including being named honorary president of the International Psychoanalytic Association and receiving the prestigious Commander of the Order of the British Empire for her work in psychoanalysis and child psychology. Anna Freud's contributions to psychology remain deeply influential today. One of her most significant impacts was expanding on her father's work by detailing various defense mechanisms, such as repression, projection, and denial. These mechanisms help psychologists understand how individuals cope with stress and psychological distress when confronted with internal and external threats. She refined these ideas within psychodynamic theory, shifting the focus to the ego's role in balancing unconscious conflicts. Unlike her father, who viewed the id, ego, and superego as structural components of the mind, Anna Freud emphasized that the ego actively navigates between unconscious impulses and external reality, shaping how individuals process emotions and respond to stress. Her work helped distinguish how children's defense mechanisms differ from those of adults, depending on their stage of cognition and emotional development. Even now, therapists use her insights to assess how individuals navigate stress and trauma, making her research a fundamental part of psychodynamic therapy, a therapeutic approach that explores unconscious influences on behavior. Psychodynamic therapy continues to be widely used today, integrating Anna Freud's understanding of defense mechanisms to help individuals process and manage emotions. Anna Freud's pioneering work in child psychology shaped modern therapeutic approaches. She emphasized that children express their emotions and experiences differently than adults. Instead of traditional therapy techniques, she promoted play therapy, allowing children to communicate through play and interaction rather than direct verbal dialogue. Her focus on observational research further strengthened the understanding of child development, highlighting how early life experiences shape personality and emotional well-being. Anna Freud's contributions to psychology extend far beyond her time. She challenged traditional approaches, redefined psychoanalysis for children, and deepened our understanding of human development. Through her work in child psychology and defense mechanisms, she provided the foundation for therapeutic practices that continue to evolve today. Her impact extends beyond her theories. The Anna Freud Center stands today as a testament to her work, continuously advancing child psychology and mental health research. Her concepts have greatly influenced adolescent psychology, helping researchers better understand the unique challenges faced during this critical developmental stage. The center collaborates closely with the University College London, conducting groundbreaking research, educating future psychotherapists, and providing essential mental health services to children and adolescents. Anna Freud once said, "Creative minds have always been known to survive any kind of bad training." Her legacy proves this truth. Despite having no formal university education, she shaped a field that has changed countless lives. Through resilience, innovation, and dedication, she left an impact that will never fade. While the name Freud often calls to mind Sigmund, Anna Freud shaped a legacy that stands apart, revolutionizing how we understand child psychology and psychoanalysis. She stands as a pioneer, a visionary, and one of the most influential figures in psychoanalysis, a legacy that continues to shape psychology today.